Okay, it's Wednesday the 22nd. We had some of the coldest temperatures we've had in, I'd say, a couple decades in Pennsylvania. Unbelievable numbers when it came to wind chill factors out there. But I can tell you, we won't see that again. We're moving it's still cold, but we're not going to be that cold. Here's a photograph down here I found. This is in New Orleans, where it snowed. This was the police department members in New Orleans out on the streets. Here's a picture from Florida, at the border here. The cops, state troopers sitting there, and you can see the roads are snow covered. And trust me, they don't know how to drive in this stuff. And then here's some kids sleigh riding down in Florida. Isn't that crazy? It's nuts. It really is nuts. I think I got one more here. There's the beach, Biloxi Beach in Mississippi. That's snowed all the way down to the water. I mean, that's really crazy down there. But, that's the weather. What led to this cold air was basically a snowstorm in Pennsylvania for a lot of people, that didn't normally have snow, which was like the I-95 corridor and stuff. And now I'm just showing you, and these are 5-day increments. So for the next 5 days, our average temperature is still much below normal, but we're not going back down in the zeros, like 10, 15 below zero wind chills. We may have some cold wind chills, but more like single digits. We move this out. Let's see, we move this ahead to the next few days, next 5 days. This takes us to the 30th of January. And you can see we're not as much below zero. We're -2 to maybe 5 degrees, 6 degrees below normal, but we're no longer in that 10, 20, 30 below normal range. And then as we get ourselves into February, we can still start to see this takes you to the 27th to the 1st. You can see we're moderating, and we're definitely getting near normal, which is a slow, slow climb to get near normal at the temperatures. It still doesn't make it spring-like, but we get to normal. And then as we take this out a little further, you can see you see all these temperatures out here, normal to just barely above normal. But notice this little cold patch down here, where it's -2, -4 degrees below normal. Let's show you some. This is the 2nd of February. It's a Sunday. And we have a low pressure system off the coast here. And again, I showed you where those temperatures right in here are below uh, normal in here. And it basically stays normal. So this would be the tail end of that brutally cold air and going away. So we would have like a snowstorm to start it, and we would have snow to end it. And if you're wondering what it might look like, let's see here. We need to narrow this down a little bit. This is the overall snow between now and then, but we back this off a little bit. You can see this is snow squalls and things up there. This would be again, almost exactly what we just had, except we have to watch and see where the heavier snow falls. But looking out all the way out to the 2nd of February, here's a storm that would come up off the coast here and throw snow back into eastern PA, New Jersey, northern Delaware. Pretty much the same people that got it before. I noticed the 6-inch line is here. It might even be a little further in here, but just to let you know, there's going to be a storm off the coast. It's got to be the one that changes the temperature up a little bit above normal. But winter's not over. Trust me, we could be 42 degrees during the day, and a storm comes up the coast in the evening, and you have a nor'easter. So it doesn't mean just because we're above normal that you can't have snow. Actually, I prefer above normal because you can see right now we're much below normal, and it's not snowing anymore. And it's just cold, and it pushes all the storms down south, henceforth the storm down along the Gulf, which is unusual. You have so much cold air, it just pushes it down there. And this is something you don't see. All those blues and purples and all those colors, that's snow cover. Look at the snow cover. Texas, from Houston, Texas, all the way across to northern Florida, up through Georgia here, up the coastline here, Myrtle Beach, all through here. And the snow holes right now looks like it's DC and through there. So, and this is amazing. And look at the snow hole out in the middle of the country, right? Crazy. But I'm just saying, look how much of the country, especially in the eastern half of the country, has got snow. that's refrigerant. So it's going to take a little while for it to warm up a little bit. But like I said, I think there's bookend storms, and that's the one you're going to see probably around February 2nd. So that's my intuition, and that's what my models show, and that's what I think is going to happen. And I don't care if nobody believes me or there's no models that match up. It's what I forecast, and I do my best to forecast and tell you. If I say there's a storm, there's going to be a storm. If it turns out to be less than originally, I say 2 weeks earlier, that's fine. Hey, I told you 2 weeks ago it was going to be cold this week, brutally cold, dangerous cold, extreme cold. I had some guy last week telling me in a message that I was nuts, that there was no models telling me it was going to get that cold. I don't know what model he was looking at, but you know, it got cold. So if he was doing one of these broadcasts and you followed him, you would be shocked. So I do my best. All right. Again, you can vote for me at best, the best of the Times leader, under the media part, under the weather part. You can vote there, and I would appreciate it. And if you wish to donate or join the weatheroutlook.com page, if you want to join that, instead of just making a plain old, you can go to that web page, and where it says register, that's where you pay your $35, and then that's how you get the 1 year of the Weather Outlook pages, and there's like a dozen pages there of information. So I would go there if you're looking for. I gave everybody a sneak preview over the weekend, so that's kind of what's there. And again, look at the video prior to this one where I show you how to go to the Times Leader. And somebody said, "Why am I asking people to vote?" Well, did anybody that ever ran for office not try to get the votes? Hey, I want to see what happens. If I don't qualify, I don't qualify. Give it a shot. All right, everybody, take it easy. I'm kind of rambling, but I'm kind of bored tonight, so take it easy.